You know, looking back at my community, you know, as how far we've come, it's been amazing. Such a journey. All of you are so freaking awesome for even supporting us and backing us for whatever we do. It's fantastic. And I love every single one of you. But man, some people can be fucking stupid. Hey buddies, it's Will of DAGames, and this is one of those rant vlogs. I'm trying to have a little more of a positive spin on it, but damn it, I've just been having a look at the comments lately, and I know what you're all gonna say. What do you expect? This is the internet. Well, I'm sorry for expecting so much of something that's supposed to have grown into something by now. Basically, this goes back to the whole Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 2 song, Gospel of Dismay. I posted a preview out about it. I posted it on Twitter. I've done all sorts of stuff. I even posted Draw the Line, our own original song. I mean, all songs that we do are original, but this has no preface on a game. And just the comments that I've been seeing is freaking hilarious. Some that actually give me severe anxiety because I'm just like, can people be this stupid? That's why everybody just says don't look at the comment section, because it's just fiddled and awful things. Awful things. Like, some of you thought that Draw the Line was based on a game. A lot of you thought it was based on Bendy and the Ink Machine. Now, I hate to be a dick here, but look at the freaking title. It says original song. Look at the thumbnail. Does that look like Bendy to you? I get it, the implied draw the line, you know, it's like draw Bendy and stuff. But if I was going to preface that it was a Bendy song, I would have put it on Twitter. I would have put it out as it was. I just think that people, you know, reaching to these sorts of formulas, it's kind of silly. I did want to talk about Draw the Line though, because Draw the Line is an original song. It does have a preface to the story. A lot of people were speculating what that was. Thank you for the question, by the way. That's actually interesting. Like Heart of an Artist was about the integrity of an artist and being sheltered away so that you can actually create something positive and taking the time to do it. Basically, Draw the Line encompasses bullying, and that doesn't just mean in school, that means in working environments, in relationships, in friendships. Basically, the feeling of being dominated by somebody. And when that feeling comes, you know, you just sometimes you just have to draw the line. Draw the line is a figure of speech, essentially. It's not supposed to be taken literal, but Draw the Line essentially encompasses that you've had enough of it. Every song in this is basically about having enough of something. So it's like, you know, bullying, the integrity of an artist, being judged by how the way you look, you know, even darker topics like suicide. You know, you've had enough of this world. Which, by the way, those kinds of songs, we do emphasize positivity because we don't want you going out and doing that. That's awful. Get that noose off your face, Jimmy. So I hope that clears things up with Draw the Line, because I've drawn the line in the comment section. I made an awful pun! So I'm gonna go back to Gospel of Dismay, and this is where the stupidity starts coming in. And you know I hate to call people this, because deep down, I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're the kindest people in the universe. In fact, to even support us on this never-ending quest is amazing. And of course, asking questions is perfectly fine. But fucking hell do people not look. If you'd followed me on Twitter, the actual release date thing that was on the title is actually Gospel of Dismay's release date. So the voice I wanted to do for this was essentially the Ink Demon, give it a bit more of a growl, very dark, depressing sort of vengeance sort of take on it. People seem to think that that's an official canon voice. It's just an interpretation, my friends. And some people think it's Sammy. That was where I drew the freaking line. They not only just crossed the line, but they crossed the line and took a big dump on the other side. I want you to listen to both voices that were interpreted here. This is the Ink Demon that I did.
They all forgot about me.
And this is Sammy.
I must have him notice me.
How the fuck does anybody come to that conclusion? Also, pay attention to what the Ink Demon says. I know sometimes it was a bit kerfuffled. I did just wake up. And to be fair, it was only supposed to be just a random Twitter feed. It was supposed to be just like an encompassment of interpretation. It wasn't my best effort, but it's what I would choose. But there are many references to Chapter 2, and basically the whole encompassment of the story as well. Even the picture that was used was Chapter 2 based. If I was gonna do something Chapter 3 based, it would have been shown. And the only thing that was shown about the Chapter 3 thing was, like, it had those little transition effects. But that's because I only wanted the Ink Demon, the little thing there, and I didn't know how to do transitions. Again, this was only supposed to be a Twitter thing. But the very last line, apart from the laugh that the Ink Demon says, is Gospel of Dismay. I somehow get the confusion as to what they were thinking about, because originally the song was supposed to be called Can I Get an Amen? But I must preface that the songs I put on previews are all supposed to be code names. They're not official names. They're never official, because you never know. Somebody might just come out with a song. They took my title and they might have done it quicker, but obviously it probably would have been worse. And now I would have come up with an incredible title, and then everybody would have loved it. But that's the preface of confusion that's going around, is that people seem to try and make their own theories about it when it's right in front of your face, and yet you see things like that. I just sometimes kind of find it ridiculous that people would come to these sort of crazy conclusions, like, how far off the bar do you have to be to make those really bad assumptions? What I would request from people to at least further know what's in the loop, and I don't have to explain stuff, because that's my problem. I have to explain everything. It's like telling a joke and then telling the whole story around the joke. That ruins the joke. Basically, build a sense of humor, look at the descriptions, look at the titles. It's right in front of your face. Keep updated on our Twitter so you know exactly what we're doing. If you don't have a Twitter, get one. Otherwise, I am gonna call you stupid when you do that. And let me preface that this is not an over-exaggerated term on what I think of you guys, because you've reached us to 800K. Yes, there's still a video being working on. We've had to get these songs out of the way first, seriously. But I wouldn't go out of my way to go to conventions just to try and meet you all. I wouldn't be in my Discord server every single day talking to people in the general chat. I do love what you've done for us. I do love your enthusiasm, your creativity and stuff, but damn gross and smart! I know it's very contradictory, but you've given me the dome! What I would like to end this off with is a severe thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. The support for Draw the Line has been phenomenal. Like, I didn't think that was gonna take off because of it being so aggressive, so metal, but I guess I judged your tastes a little. But hey, it went really well, and rest assured there are gonna be more original songs in the works. I genuinely can't wait for that. And then there were some people that thought I was done with video game music. Some people thought I was done. I would have said it if it was the case! Fucking Jesus! Yes, I do tend to have a demonic laugh, I'm sorry. That's another thing. I might do a video about, like, all the uncomfortable things about my life, what I hate about myself. Because I know a lot of people like to look at a YouTuber and say, ah, they must be living the perfect life, but I want to show you guys that I'm more human than can ever be. And that implies honesty. I don't want to call you rose bushes. I don't want to call you, like, the golden medallion that is entitled for you to say anything that you like. Because without me, you wouldn't be here. I made the content. You liked it. It's gotta be in my vision, as always. But it's the support that you give back, it's the friendliness and kindness that you have, the fan art that I've been receiving recently on Twitter, your own works have been amazing. And I encourage you to keep going with that. Never give up on your dream, because I was about to give up on my dream until my dad said his last words, which is just never give up. And I know that's kind of ridiculous. You know, it's like one of those cliche movie titles. It's like, don't give up on your dream. And you get those Vietnam flashbacks. It's like, you know what? I won't give up. But it's true. I'm a cliche man. I also wanted to update you guys on the Let's Plays. There are more. I did pick up this little game right here. Arms. I've never actually licked one of these cartridges before. Can I just try it? I know a lot of people have been doing that. I know it's out of the loop. So... what's everybody complaining about? I get it. I know a lot of YouTubers like to look at news posts and say, oh, this cartridge is garnished, so it tastes like crap. So then they have an opportunity to over-exaggerate their terms and just go, ugh! That just tastes like nail varnish, like a really, really low form of nail varnish. And it's mostly supposed to be for kids. Kids are gonna find this disgusting, but I've tasted worse. I've tasted way worse than that. Anyway, going way off topic here. Arms is a video that I'm wanting to do. So is Kindergarten. A lot of people have been asking me to do a Bendy fan game, and you know my problem with oversaturating fandoms. I don't want to keep doing that so much. But I did have a chance to play a little bit of it, and it's actually really fun. The game sucks, but you know, the commentary's great. I guess if anything, the idea was brilliant. It's like, you know, taking a whole new protagonist and sort of going into a new place and giving Bendy dialogue, giving all these people dialogue. That's a pretty cool take. Which is also my point as well. If you're making content creation, understand that like your first work is probably not going to be the greatest. What with the tools that you have and the experience that you've had, time does a lot of wonders for your creativity. So keep going. Whilst the game sucked, the story and stuff kept me tied. You know, they had something there. They could use a better program and it could benefit. The guy's got something. Yeah, there's Bendy fan game. Yes, more Kindergarten. A lot of you have been asking for that, and I do enjoy it because, again, voice acting is a massive passion of mine. I love voice acting. Being a different character is always really outgoing, and I've been getting a few lessons, like coach lessons about, you know, how to deliver, how to receive. And it's given me a lot to work with, so that's why I really wanted to also put out this preview. It was like I wanted a voice. I just wanted a voice, because I don't get to do that much these days. Whether it be a fan interpretation or official, let me just preface, it's not canon. And that's another stupid thing, is like a lot of people thought it was officially canon. I do get the affiliation. I kind of see where they're coming from. Build Our Machine was in Chapter 2, which is an absolute honor. So people try to connect that together and be like, well, if he was in that, then, you know, it was this. You guys are making assumptions, but I guess they're nice. In a way, they're really nice assumptions, but I have to say there's no affiliation. I'll never say never, though, but I want people to know that I'm not an official part. I cannot say anything and I won't say anything because not even I know what's going on. As far as I'm aware, I'm just making videos for you guys and having lots of fun. As far as I'm aware, whatever possibilities are in the future, I will embrace. But my expectations are never put so high. I always try and keep myself passionate, so to speak. And I know things have been looking a bit iffy lately. We haven't got any videos out there lately, but I want to stress that it's coming. However, it might be a bit slow because we're at too many games. This weekend. We're actually premiering the Gospel of Dismay lyric video and a live performance, which is awesome. So I guess the main points I wanted to preface here, not just me just talking about how there are some stupid comments out there, but a quick update as well and just a quick moment to appreciate the brighter side of things. Because to be fair, now I look at it, now I think about it, I was gonna rant and rave, but this has given me a lot to think about because I can look back and be like, okay, well, I had a few problems with this. What's my counter question to that? Point is, I love you all. I got lots of stuff to do. It is coming. Those are the things that are coming. And stop being stupid. I love you, but I've got a bigger noggin and I'm dumb. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your friends and family. Maybe your dog. I'm Will of DAGames. You freaking know what it is. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out! You're not that stupid. You knew what I meant.